This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all you here, child. Yes, indeed. Hey, Drew G, welcome in.
Hey, everybody. Are we ready for this? Because I got so much to say.
Ooh, it's been a hot day today. Just broke some news on the Gossip Girls page there about the staying there until 11:30 p.m. tonight.
Right.
Like I said, one thing
Okay.
sure you can never say I don't look out for the culture. You can never not say I don't. Because do you not know how selfish I could have been with that?
Right.
I could have just kept it here, but you know what? I know my worth.
But that's not
Guess
you.
what? No, that's not me at all. And when you share your worth, guess what? Other people are going to have to hear about it. So you know what the Gossip Girls do? They're going to say it, and then guess what? All the other content creators are going to hear it. All right, I'll let somebody else. I'll let somebody else be the messenger. But one of these days, very soon, y'all gonna have to recognize me as the damn messenger. But that's okay. It's gonna come a fast one. It don't even have to be like that, but that's cool though. That's cool. That's cool. All in due time. Child
Right.
hire thing. Lowers available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take out this iconic intro here. Child, what a day today. Are you ready for this show? Because
Listen, I'm ready with everything that has been going on, honey. I am ready to let's just do this. First off, if you guys are here, make sure that you like, share, subscribe to our channels. That's Breaking Lee right there. I'm a queen to see what you mean. Make sure that y'all hit that notification bell so y'all know every time we go live, any time we post a video, like make sure that y'all are in the building because it's always listen, we might do reviews, but we also give y'all media game. So make sure that y'all are always with. So today is the Never Ever Met episode, season 1, episode 6. And so it started out off with what Aaron going off on basically, what was it, her name, Irene?
yes,
Right, Dymond's sister. Okay. So let me just say with this. Aaron should never have called her a bitch. It wasn't that serious. Like it didn't need to get all there, but also how Irene was acting and the shit that she was saying, it did kind of warrant her to be called a bitch. Because listen here, there's only so much that a person can take. Okay? Now, shit could have been, it definitely could have been done differently. And that's why I've said, and I think I've said it on here, that's why you don't tell people your business. Because when you're in a relationship, every time your partner does something wrong and you go run and tell your family members or your friends, they're going to remember that. While your ass is back in love and y'all together and everything else, and you wonder why everybody else is getting in the same face. It's because the information that you keep relaying every time y'all have a problem. That's all they're seeing. That's all they're knowing is when y'all have a problem. You don't put people in your business. See, if her sister didn't know what was going on and Dymond didn't tell her, that situation would have happened. That's just my opinion. But what do you think?
No, you're absolutely right. And listen, I think we all know how I roll, right? I try to be loving, kind, and gracious to a fault. But you know, when a man gets fed up, to use lyrics from a song we can't really sing no more, ain't nothing you can do about it. And Irene did come in with that energy. I mean, when Aaron H came into the room, his existence just pissed Irene off all the way, even though Aaron H didn't do anything wrong. He was just standing there. So, you know, being from down south, you know, listen, if you got a problem with me, we address it. My presence shouldn't just piss you off all of a sudden. And y'all know that I'm not. Yeah, and that's why, you know, I'm not for name call most of the time. But if you walking it and you talking it, then you it. Tag, you it. So not saying not saying I condone that, but I also understand, like, you don't talk about children. And then when it came to, you know, Dymond saying both of them are wrong, no, your sister was wrong. Because Aaron did not come in with that energy. That was your sister that came on that. Because she wasn't even listening to you about your happiness. She didn't want to hear nothing at all.
Exactly.
Now, to Gigi's point, she should have been told, but also, too, if he has taken responsibility for it, then that's her being petty. And we can all see why Aaron said, I'm talking to Dymond's pretty ass. We can see why. And what?
Yeah. Listen, when you're sitting there, like I said, your sister's going off the information that you gave her about when y'all was arguing, y'all was fighting, he did you wrong. You're past that. Y'all done worked past that. He done took accountability. He done, you know what I'm saying, changed up everything. He is all about you. And you're, like you said, her sister was not even trying to listen to her about her happiness.
No.
There was no conversation about it. There was no, when she tried to tell her, it was a cutoff, and she's still talking about how he did you wrong. No, they're past that. So, and like you said, Aaron's standing there not saying nothing, but yet you're steady picking, you're steady calling out, you know, calling him out, telling him that she deserves better. You don't know how good this man is treating her. You don't know how happy this man is making her, because, like you said, you're not listening. But that's why I said you cannot run and tell your business.
Absolutely.
That's what they're going to stick to.
And not to mention too, the emotional manipulation of if he'll go off on me, he'll go off on you. No, you
That
fucking
part, yeah.
no. Now I can cuss. No, you fucking heifer. You did that shit. You did that shit that caused that damn
And then,
response.
and
And
I'm gonna
y'all
tell
know
you,
I call. Mm-hmm.
for her to say he did that, and do you think he gonna come to me and I'll fight man for fun? That's not cute, baby. That's not cute.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, that's not cute. That's not something to be proud of.
No,
Oh,
it's
I
not.
fight men for fun. Why? Is that what you
Exactly
want
right.
for your sister? Your sister is soft. She wants a man. She needs a, you know what I'm saying? She likes being feminine. She's not trying to fight her man. She's not trying to be all up in the,
Absolutely.
have that bullshit going on. But you brought that riffraff. They ain't had no problems and no riffraff until you came in there. There was
That is
no
absolutely.
problem.
That's absolutely it. And listen, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, to me, honestly, that was disrespectful to Dymond, because if Dymond has ever been abused, she would have said it. Dymond is that real one that she knows her truth on and off camera. So that was quite frankly disrespectful, and he was not going to hit you. If anything, if we really want to talk about it, you said that you fight men for fun. Well, it looks like men whoop your fucking ass for a damn career. I said it, and what?
Oh, damn.
I mean, listen. Aaron did say that's why I'm talking to Dymond's pretty ass.
He did. But listen, your sister came in with the rah-rah, and now she, did you see how her mood changed?
Yes.
Listen here, they are working through problems. They know how to communicate and resolve their issues and work through. If they could work through that big situation where Aaron proposed to someone else on Facebook and this hurt her like that, then what are you sitting there talking about how she deserves better? Everybody
Absolutely.
deserves her better. And you know what? And we're gonna get to the point to where, when he was at the pool, because he said something that I definitely agree with. But yeah, you just, in a relationship, you just gotta watch what you say to people, because they're gonna hold on to
Absolutely.
it. That's what
No,
they're going to.
absolutely.
That's what they know. That's what they see. That's what you told them. So they don't care about the loving part. They just care about how bad it was. Because everybody's got to, if it's bad, oh, you should leave. Oh, you should leave. Some things
Correct.
can be worked through. Some things can be resolved. You don't have to always leave quickly, because how are you going to really try to find your person or say that you know what I'm saying, know what you want when you're not sticking around long enough to find out what it is? You know what?
Absolutely.
I ain't going to preach today.
No, absolutely. And speaking of family, real quick, I want to take just a brief moment out, if I can, to share something with you all. As you all know, we are a family around here, and I wanted to present this very quickly. Won't take too long, but our good friend up at the Unicorn, her mom has multiple myeloma, the blackest cancer, and so she's trying to raise $25,000. And so right here, so it's a cancer often found in people of African descent, Afro-American, Afro-Latino, anything really. And so I wanted to just at least share this, and I will drop this in the chat. So I at least wanted to do that. I'm going to try to at least give something. And like I said, y'all don't have to. But one thing to know, two things for sure, we always make sure that family is protected around here. So just wanted to mention that real quick. But anyway, with that being said, and Gigi, once again, I mean, the person that I am wouldn't do something like that, but God forbid me speaking up for people. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Anyway.
So prayers, and it's really good for, I'm telling you, it's good for us to go to the doctor, get checked, stay up on, our health and stay healthy. So if this is the thing, I feel like, we should start, where everybody just goes get screened for it. Like, let's start getting screened for things that, could affect us in the long run.
Absolutely, because at the beginning, end of the day, I know that some people may not believe in medicine, but also too, there are black doctors and nurses and CNAs
that they've went to school for years to make sure we can be seen in a hospital room. And if you have the power to save yourself, then save yourself. But seriously, though, you can go into that link in the chat only if you want to. But I just want to promote that. Just support Uppity, because Uppity's good people. She really, really is. So with that being said, a producer talks to Dymond's sister, right? And, Millie is talking to Dymond about how sometimes the strongest family members are the ones that maybe we don't want to hear from in so many words. I don't feel like that was strength. I feel like, you know what? I'm going to just say it was very combative energy.
Listen, Millie was combative this whole episode. If I had a drink for every time she was combative, listen, I'd be on here tipsy, slurring my words.
She was combative.
I'm tell you.
She. I'm confused.
Listen.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so Irene has left. And Dymond's face looks hurt. Dymond's face looks hurt. By Aaron H. Now, Aaron H. did apologize, and Dymond is grateful, but that does not excuse the behavior. I agree, it doesn't excuse the behavior, but I think he had a right to his behavior. Because he didn't really, he came in, and that's all he did. He just came in with his friend. That's it. He didn't say, hello, see you next Tuesday. You itch. You waste a life. You should have been swallowed by your mama. This, that, the third. Like, he didn't say none of that. He just walked to the room.
And he even said, look, she came and talked to my friend. She shook his hand and gave me the look of death. If looks could kill, I would be dead. So,
exactly.
and that's where everything started. That was the starting point, because she gave me a dirty look already, like there was a problem. Correct. And then she expressed that problem. And now she's sitting here telling you how you deserve better. You can find somebody else, basically leave this man, when he's sitting right there. And he's like, wait, listen, some things, like I said, okay, he might not have should have called her a bitch, but sometimes when you're doing bitch shit, when you're in bitchtivities, okay, you will be referred to as a bitch, okay?
Oh, you know what? To use some words, rather, Gigi, from Ty Chris, he said to somebody on the Steve Harvey show, I'm not saying you a 304. I'm saying you exhibiting a 304 behavior. I'm not saying you an itch. I'm just saying you exhibiting an itch behavior.
Exactly. That part. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Community Unity, welcome in, and hey to Baja Girl, hey to Baby Doll, and hey to Baby Doll as well. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. So after all that, then we have Chris.
Community Unity, listen, I'm gonna hit you up later, because listen, it's been finals all week. I've been studying, and I've been on 1,000.
Y'all had a very dynamic conversation of going to the club. Mm-hmm, yes.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna pop out one day. We're gonna pop out.
I mean, apparently y'all were popping into things inside the club, allegedly.
Well, not together, not yet. But I mean, we did, separately in life, because life is fun, and you're supposed to live life, in fun, with fun. Come on now.
Yeah. Yep. No, you're absolutely right. By the way, I did talk to Will Packer, and he wants.
Sometimes
I did. Wait, say what you said again, because you were in the Matrix for a minute.
Sometimes a closed door don't mean it's a closed door, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yes. By the way, I did call Will Packer, and he said he needs an audition tape of you and Community Unity for Ready to Love BDSM edition, just to see how y'all are really experts, if at all. Just he literally, I mean, really, he did call me. I know a lot of people in the industry.
But, listen, listen. I'm as saved, okay? I'm as saved. I'm as a married woman. I'm as saved, okay? Yeah. Sure. I don't. Yes. Yes.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And I'm Mickey Mouse, and I never met Minnie say Mishka, Mushka, Mickey Mouse screaming out loud at Disney World before.
Moving on. Okay. Moving on. So listen. So after shit, you about to get me in trouble. I'm not for this shit. Okay.
I think Minnie Mouse might call you as I think Minnie might call you as a BDSM recovery coach to see how Minnie Mouse can heal after that session that she had with Mickey. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just roll on. Listen. So after Mickey and Minnie had a BDSM session allegedly, then we go back to Chris and Cynthia.
Chris and Sandia. Let's just go there. Chris and Sandia.
Sure. And Bray, you're not going to get any of our juicy deets of our one night in hedonism. Oh, never. Now, you know what? Here's the thing. I respect privacy, believe it or not. But also, too, I do know what happens when. But also, I do know what happens when you feel comfortable with a friend, and you just sharing stories too. So listen, I may not get the deets right away, but I mean, a lot of people did think that Maurice had anything going on today. We all found out about his night in being drunk. So, yeah, let's roll on. So anyway,
let's roll on.
Yeah, so Chris and Cynthia. Chris said that there is sexual tension and it's high. Said no one ever. Look who it is, y'all. The one and only. The one and only Aaron's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Aaron, all right. We just got done talking about you, but listen, if you want to do a review, we can. Because, listen, I'm going to tell you one. I really love the energy that you and Dymond bring. Always have.
Absolutely.
If you go back and look at the videos, we have been rooting for y'all. And I'm going to say with this episode, I'm going to say this. Okay, maybe you shouldn't have called her a bitch. Okay, we just maybe. But when you exhibit bitch behavior,
correct.
Sometimes that's what you get called. Correct. We understand. But you stood there as a man, quiet, not saying anything, and was basically
not a damn word.
I feel like he was forced in that position, and that's what ended up happening. Sometimes we lose ourselves in a moment. And I felt like that's what happened. And I do like the fact that you took accountability, you apologized, and you actually let it be known that it actually started way before even the talking. Because sometimes you can feel a person's energy. And like you said, she looked at you, and if looks could kill, you would be dead. That energy right there transferred to let you know that there would be a problem because of how she toned at you. So that right there, I feel like was very disrespectful. And then, like I said, and I'll say it again, the way that she stated that how she fights men for fun, that shit's not cute. That's not something that a woman it should be proud of. Okay, if you fight, that's fine. But why would you want to be, known for that? Right. That's not who Dymond is, I don't feel. Honestly, I don't feel Dymond is that type of person. She's soft. She's a woman. She wants to be loved, caressed, and have a strong man. She doesn't need all that rah-rah shit. So I feel like her sister kind of brought some drama that was unnecessary. But I like that y'all were able to talk, and I do love how you guys talk.
And not to mention too, I said this to Gigi and to the crew, that the emotional manipulation of saying that if he would do that to me, he would do that to you. And that was bullshit. That was absolute bullshit because she was losing the argument. And you don't talk about somebody's kids and don't expect to have a response back. And Aaron, let me tell you what I said. And I don't mind saying it again. She says she fights men for fun. Those men that she fights for fun, rather, it looks like those men fight her for a career with how she looked. And what? And what? I know all the haters gonna have something to say. And what? She says she fight men for fun on the show. I'm just repeating what she said. Okay. So anyway, welcome in, Aaron. Glad to have you here. We'll drop the link toward the end of the show so you can come on up. Gigi will be back up in just a minute. It's not her real sister, but that's one that I could handle different. However, this happened over 2 years of her dipping. Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we don't know the inner workings of every single thing that happens with you guys. And nor is our business to know unless it comes out on TV, right? So, yep. Disrespect is disrespect. Hey, Lisa, good to see you, beautiful. We got Aaron H in the house. Yes, Aaron H from the show is in the chat. When I tell y'all, me is what I do, y'all need to listen. I broke the story that Maurice Scott is going to be in the county jail until 11:30 tonight. But all I did was just call the jail live. And now Aaron H is in the chat. Not to mention, we had Josh on here last week. Y'all don't want to give me my credit, huh? Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. One day it's going to be where you're going to have to really embrace me as the messenger. But that's okay. I'll keep dropping the receipts and let your mind be mentally decapitated a little bit later on down the line. But by then it's going to be too late because I'm going to be here. You're going to still be here confused when if you would just kept up, you would have been right here with me. But that's neither here nor there. And by the way, if that's not for you, don't pick up that damn bullet. Stop. Okay? And Justine Bow, thank you so much. No, honestly, to tell you the truth, I really love the concept of the show. I was the first one to break it on YouTube. And Aaron commented on my video. And then from there, we connected. So, yeah, Aaron will even tell you I was the first one to break on YouTube because he said I was the first video that he saw. So when I tell y'all this is what I do, this is what I do. This is what I do. So, just because you have quantity of numbers does not mean you have quality. Okay? Okay. Yes, indeed. Hey, welcome back in, Gigi.
Hey, welcome. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, my shit was going haywire, but I did want to say one thing too, so that we can close out when it came to Aaron.
Yes.
What I had also said was about whenever people fight, people, they like to go tell their friends and their family all the bad stuff when they fight. People need to stop telling their business when it comes to relationships because true. While you told your friends and family all the bad stuff when y'all fighting, y'all done got over it, got back together, you're loving each other, but yet your friends and family, all they know is the bad. They're still sticking with it. So I feel like that is a part of what was going on with that situation as well. She was, she's going off what has been told to her, and that's what she's stuck with. She doesn't care about Dymond trying to tell her how happy she is with you. Right. She wasn't trying to listen to that. She was stuck on the negative and the bad because that's all she's seen. That's all she knows. That's all she cares about. So absolutely. I feel like that played a part as well. But yeah, I mean, shit happens. But I feel like there was provocation when it came to the situation and you calling her a bitch. So, but you took accountability.
Without doubt. By the way, y'all, to give y'all a funny moment. So earlier, I mentally lost my mind over Nzinga Amadi. And so, Aaron, you'll be very proud of me being BBWs in Christ. Somebody liked my comment.
Oh, did she? I bet you. Who did? Who liked it?
Who is that, y'all? Who is that? With the Nzinga Lee hashtag. I wonder. I just, The thing now, like I said to y'all, she made like the comment just to be kind, but you know, she didn't have to like it with Nzinga Lee in it. You understand? So, listen, so just wanted to give y'all that bright spot of the day for y'all. So hopefully that inspires y'all a little bit. All right, let's get back to this show. Anyway, let's just roll. So I mean, I already talked about Mickey and Minnie Mouse having a BDSM session and Gigi being the BDSM recovery coach for Minnie Mouse. So we can just roll on now. So anyway, after all that being said, and great commentary with Gigi, my damn mouth. Anyway, it came long before anything was told. She yells to Dymond this way later, and she's still like that. No, we believe it because we see it for sure, and man, that is true for sure. Gigi, you want to say anything else before we roll on to Chris and Sandy?
No, I just feel like I said, I support Aaron and Dymond. I'm with them. Yeah, and if she's still like that, listen. If you two are together and y'all loving each other, fuck anybody else who don't like it.
That part.
If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. We love it. Because
Absolutely.
it's us. And as a team, we grow together. You know what I'm saying? We grow together, we go together. Whatever we do together. So fuck what you talking about. If you can't get over it, that's your problem. That's a problem she has.
Absolutely.
And if she wants to keep on with it, then I feel like if there's time. Listen, my cutoff game is so fucking strong. Cut off all the negative energy. If it's not benefiting you, the relationship, and anything else that you have going on in your life that you are trying to strive for, cut that shit off.
Wake it up.
Cut that shit off.
Wake it up.
I
always say construction equals positivity, destruction equals negativity. The only caveat to that is if you want to start construction for something positive, you're going to have to do some destruction and negativity. Mm-hmm. So let's get to Chris and Sandia, because apparently Chris thinks that the sexual tension between him and Sandia is high. Said no one ever. Chris, are you watching the same show we are, bro? So Chris smacked Sandia on her behind. I'm like, wow, that's the first time y'all ever had any engagement of energy in this show. And we are on the 6th episode. Okay. So after that, Chris and Sandia have sex, and Aaron J is in the other bed. Now, a little bit later on, when the guys get together to talk, there is something that is said by one cast member that we will get to in a moment. Anyway. So with that being said, what did you think about that, Chris and Sandia? Apparently, Chris thinks that the sexual tension is high, and yes, Aaron, people do love to see the worst in others. He is delusion if they have sexual tension. I have white women with blonde hair. Lord help.
Listen,
Gigi, what did you think of that?
I feel like he's ready to go ahead and do his smash and dash. He's ready. Like, go ahead and do it, because what them weeks is winding down. So if he go ahead and smash and he dash for them 2 weeks, then he ain't got to worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
That's what. Listen, that's all he wants. He's there for sex. He's not there for a relationship and a connection. His connection. Listen, he's still in the mindset that his connection is in his penis. He's still, and he's like, sex is the, you know what I'm saying? It is an important part of a relationship, but it's not the most important. And I'm gonna tell you, before you even get to that part, you need to go ahead and let's be intimate, which is, it starts before the whole sex part. Right. And he's not giving her none of that. Honestly, we all see it, and we know that he's giving more attention to Jody. Saying that's her. Listen, Jody's his favorite. I'm gonna tell you, Jody. If Jody and Chris was to, she would do it. She ain't trying to touch Aaron, but if Chris was to take her down, she would go. She's going, and we gonna get to her in a minute, because when Aaron's dad came in there's a lot I gotta say about that. And I'm gonna tell you, Aaron, listen, I'm so glad that you told his daddy, but even though you know what I'm saying, his dad act like you was a hater or whatever. Listen, I'm about to break it down. I'm gonna break it down. Okay?
Yes, indeed, because there was a lot to talk about. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. But with this with Chris, he just want to smash and dash. Like I said, that's it.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like they really have a connection, and he has not shown that they have a connection like that.
No.
Yeah, they can cuddle, they can snuggle, they can do all that, but where is the real conversation? What do y'all talk about when it comes to the future of y'all's relationship?
Correct.
Where's
absolutely.
that connection at? But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't gonna preach today.
No, and I mean, honestly, like, listen, we don't know all of the footage that is shot, right? Because reality shows take 12 to 14 hours a day. But based on what we've seen, there hasn't been nothing going on. That smack was the first thing I have ever felt of any type of connection. I should at least know that y'all at least know of each other's soul, at least by the third episode. At least by the third episode. This is the 6th episode. Like, come on now. But, you know, it is what it is. So then Jody says, I think Jody's in the kitchen.
Right, Lucy W. I don't think he's interested in a relationship. He's not. Like I said, smash and dash.
No, not at all. Jody then says she's in the kitchen. Jody says that she doesn't have to explain herself to people who don't want to understand her, and brings up her sexual abuse. So I do want to say this, right? At the beginning, middle, end of the day, no woman, man, child, individual, what have you, should ever go through sexual abuse. Let's get that fucking straight from the top. In the same token of that, we're going to get to this part of the show a little bit later, because at this point, Jody is gaslighting.
Okay, hold on. I was about to say, wait a minute. I think you done skipped some parts, because listen, before that, after Chris and Sandia, it went to Aaron and Jody sitting in the bedroom talking, which is honestly the first time I've seen them sit on the same bed together.
Wait, wasn't that a little bit later though?
No, that was in the beginning. That was right after Chris. Right after Chris and Sandia. It goes to Jody and Aaron in the bedroom.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I got Aaron J. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to see my notes here. Hang on. Because I felt like that was kind of toward the end of the episode.
No, the part you're talking about is closer to the end.
Okay.
Because what you're talking about is after Aaron had pushed the beds together and they slept. That's when she was in the kitchen talking about that. So that was way later. This right now is Aaron J and her talking. Here, hold on. I'm just going to play a little. Hopefully that'll send me for the sound.
No, you're good.
But this right here.
Hell bent on misunderstanding me. To sit here and say I'm mixed about affection because of the sexual abuse that I went through. Everybody want to say, well, why this, why that? How the fuck am I explaining that to you? It don't matter. Like, whatever I do, I face it head on. Like,
women didn't make nobody else's business our business, though.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
It's wild, though.
Okay, thank you for catching me up. You know what I was thinking? And this is and y'all know when we're live on tour, anything goes. And I'm very regular, schmegular, open, sincere, and transparent. What I was thinking of that conversation that they had in the bedroom when it came to the thing that we're talking about later on. But I also do remember now, and thank you for being amazing as you often are, Gigi, that they had another conversation previous before in that same room, but about the abuse. Thank you for that. Okay. Because I'm just like, wait a minute. I know something happened in this episode in the bedroom.
Yes. So listen. So when it comes to that, this is shit. Okay. I might get flack for this, but you know, I'm real and I'm unfiltered. I'm sorry. Like, okay, I'll go ahead and apologize if I hurt anyone's feelings or if I make you feel some type of way. But this is just my opinion, okay? I understand the abuse, okay?
Yep.
I've been abused multiple times. I'm writing a book about it, okay? Like, I'm literally writing a book about it.
Right.
So when it comes to that, I understand, and I understand how it can mold your sexuality and certain things that you do in life. But you
Absolutely.
cannot be a walking contradiction. Because in the bedroom, let's just start with energy.
Correct.
When you see Jody and Aaron together, the energy that she has is that she does not want to be there. She does not want to talk to him, be around him.
Not at all.
She would rather stay away from him and do her own thing. She's ready to go. Okay?
Yeah.
When it comes to conversation, she talks to him as though she is his mother. She doesn't really talk to him as, oh, we're trying to get to know each other. And honestly, it's all about her. Okay? It's not about them. It's not about what they can do as a couple. Just like when they went and did the bondage thing. Everybody else is, bonding. Okay?
Right.
Listen, they were in bondage and now they're bonding. But those two were so far apart that there was no way that you could rope them together.
Absolutely. Hey, Jody. So, are we supposed to be doing things right now? No, I think we're good. I think we done everything that we need to do. Are you sure though? Because I mean, they're like hugging and getting. No, we good. We fine. We tied each other up enough. We don't need we don't need any other tie.
That's as much touching as we need.
Like really though, and honestly, like I said, there wasn't no support. There wasn't, and when I mean support, I mean there wasn't any soul support. Because usually when you're having that kind of conversation, it's usually some holding, it's usually some cuddling, it's usually, a very open voice type of energy where it's soft, but it's sincere. Like 80% of most communication is nonverbal communication, and it wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
But also, listen, let's just, okay. What I'm about to tell y'all, I want you guys to follow because this is going to happen throughout this episode and I'm going to make points, okay? Yes. So point 1, let's just see the energy that she has with him. Okay, she brought up the sexual abuse. I understand that. But listen, you're sitting there talking about you're a sexologist. You also told your friend, which we'll get to that you was a man eater and how much you love sex and how much you do this. But you're not showing that. So wait a minute, that's a contradiction, but we'll get to that.
Yep.
But look at how she's been dressed, okay? Look at how she's been around the house and how she is with Aaron, okay? Okay, that's point 1. Point 1. So when it comes to that situation and her talking about that, I understand your trauma, but right now I feel like you're gaslighting because you really don't want to be with him. And instead of saying, no, we don't have a connection, you were trying to make every excuse to stay as far apart and away from him as possible.
Exactly.
Because you can't say that you're a man eater and love sex and all this other stuff, but then you have a man right there that you have access to all the time.
Correct.
But you don't want it because that's not the man you want. But that's my piece on that.
No, absolutely, and I totally agree too. And honestly, my thing is this: at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you can have your family, and this is just an example, y'all. You can have your family, you can have your friends, you can have presents, you can have pizza, you can have wings. But if there's no cake there, is it a birthday party or no? Follow the analogy of what I'm saying. You can have all the elements of a relationship, but if the connection's not there, is there a relationship? Because you have to relate to each other in your relations in order to have a relationship. A cruise ship is put together, sure, in different parts, but it's connected by bonds.
But this is the thing, if you have, okay, so you have that much trauma, you telling me that okay, I don't want to break the points, but okay, you got this trauma, but yet you're a sexologist, you talk about how much you love sex, and then you became a sexologist because you wanted to heal from your trauma, but yet you keep bringing up your trauma, so which part of it are you really trying to heal from? Absolutely. You're using this, okay, this is the part people's going to hate me for. Feel like you're using that as a crutch. It's an excuse. It's a reason.
I don't think.
It's a reason.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think people will. I'll let you finish and then I'll follow after. But I don't think people are gonna hate you for that.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like it's just a crutch and a reason to keep him away. It's it's her way to not connect with him.
Yeah,
she doesn't want to. He's not for her. So
absolutely,
she's using that as a crutch. So
and I don't think what you're saying is out the way, right? Because honestly, for you to be around this person for this long, and this is the first time y'all are meeting, that relationship could not have happened way back then before meeting if you didn't find anything attractive about him, right? And so to that point, Josh, Chris, Aaron, H, and Greg are all outside. Chris is wearing this jacket that is 2 sizes too small. The Grinch grew his heart 3 sizes that day, and the jacket shrinked 3 sizes that same day that the Grinch heart grew 3 sizes that day. Listen, community and culture, Lord help my mouth. The promiscuity with strangers is easy, attracted to broken people who don't have the ability to commit. Very true. In no way in hell you can attempt, let alone have success in a relationship with that level of trauma. Is giving trauma speaking always. Also a problem, Aaron J. Child. Them people ain't league-ish on the editing room floor. There was nothing to cut Ray. And then hookup culture is full of broken-ass people, haven't done the self-work and using all kinds of excuses to avoid that which they say they want. And I totally agree. Even using her sexology as her accessing the things she needs through others. Absolutely. And I think that also is talked about with the guys in so many words of how is everybody doing. And I really do love that in this show that there is a brotherhood and a sisterhood of, hey, let's just be real with each other. You know what? You're growing, so am I. So everybody makes fun of the jacket that is Sandia's jacket. The jacket was actually really nice. It seemed like it was a sheep wool jacket, like one that you would wear in Ohio for deep winter, or Chicago, or New York City.
I mean, you have to wear that under a coat because it looked like it was nice, but you had Chicago winters is And then, matter of fact, the Midwest winters are fucking terrible.
Yeah, you got to layer that for sure. And so then Greg asked Chris to have a conversation with Millie. Chris did not want to have the conversation with Millie, but he said, out of respect for Greg, he had it. So Millie felt that it was necessary with the energy because Chris said, and I quote, I've never said anything bad about Jody, and she's one of my favorite people in the house, so I'll never say anything bad about her. And so Chris went around to each person and asked, Josh, have I said anything bad? Greg, have I said anything bad? And then he was going to go with Millie and then stopped himself. And so Millie felt that it was disrespectful. And so Millie was calling him a itch. And that, you can talk to Sandia that way, but you can't talk to me that way when you ask me something. And you are belittling women and not taking accountability. And so when it came to Chris, he did walk away when Millie called him a bitch. But then after Chris walks away because he can't take the truth, Chris said that Millie is ugly, one of the fakest ones in the house. Show me your bank account. And y'all, I do, and this is for all the people in the back. The word I'm about to say, he said in the episode about Millie, so don't at me. Chris called Millie a slut. Like I said, he said in the episode, don't at me. Okay? Chris said Millie got him out of his character. And so first of all, before we get to Chris, Sandia, and Aaron H back upstairs, let's talk about that scene. Me and Gigi, we're both hosts here. But I'm going to defer to Gigi because I feel like right now this female perspective is definitely needed because Millie said everything that needed to be said. And we'll get to Chris in a minute. But Gigi, what did you think of that exchange?
So, okay. there's this surrounding cloud around the word bitch. Okay, it's very disrespectful. No matter how you say it, bitch is the trigger word for everything. Okay, especially in black culture, you call someone a bitch, that's time to fight.
Right.
But again, not saying you're a bitch, but you're exhibiting
Bitch
bitch
behavior.
behavior. Now, did Millie have to keep calling him that? No. You know, there's listen, I'm gonna tell you, there's ways to deliver your point. And that, I feel like that's really what needs to be learned. You can say how you feel, but you can say it in a respectful way. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I will respectfully disrespect the fuck out of you.
That part.
Respectfully. You understand? Like, I will fucking thrash your ass. Make you go to fucking therapy, and then have you thank me later and me say, you know, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that person. Now, I'm not proud of it, but I'm just saying, as a Scorpio, I will sting the fuck out of you. But that's only if you take me there. Other than that, I'm just loving. I'm kind. You know what I'm saying? It's me. But yeah, there's a way you can deliver everything, and I just feel like that's what it was. Her delivery was off, but she was not wrong in what she was saying. Yeah. I felt like he did not. He wanted his agreed party. He wanted his, you know, people to agree. But what really made it bad is what you're having people agree to is the fact that you don't talk about Jody and she's your favorite, but the woman that you're sitting next to, you have no, you've never said that about her. You've never sat there. You're right. You give Jody so many compliments, but we've never heard you do that with Sandia. You can't trust her. You got to work on this. You got to work on that. But automatically, you have a quick connection with Jody. Come on. No, you didn't want Millie to come out and say what she was going to say. She did come off rude and combative, but listen, it was just her delivery was wrong. But the message was there, okay? That's what it was. You got to look at what the message was.
Correct.
Like I said, yes, she definitely did all the bitch shit. That it just could have been done differently.
Right.
But truth is truth, and sometimes you got to soak in that shit.
Right. No, and very well said, as you often do. Baby Doll says, unfortunately, as much as I don't like Chris, his initial approach with Millie was not rude and combative. He was speaking softly to her. And then two things can be true. Absolute community. So here's how I feel about it, right? I feel that I will give Chris credit, right? He did talk to her in a soft tone, right? I feel where Millie is where Gigi is, right? That at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong. You are in this house. You're here trying to pursue a relationship, and you're not respecting the relationship that's in front of you. And that is disrespectful to me because I'm bringing forth my experience into this, my energy and my commitment to this. So, do I feel that Millie was antagonizing? Yeah, because I mean, listen, I have that same energy. As a Lion, I will. Y'all saw what happened to Scar at the end of the Lion King. Scar passed away the same way that he made Mufasa pass away. Except Scar passed away by his own people. And that's the case right there, community. People are just fed up. That's the issue. Now, like I said, I have both sides to me. I have the energy where I will mentally use factual information to shade you. But then there are times where I'm Millie. There's Bray, there's Millie. And I go between both. I think what it is that because you feel like you can do what you want to do, you don't have to be called out for anything. And I feel like that's where the conflict arises, right? Because then after that, And listen, I'm not gonna give Greg any smoke or anything, but dude, Greg, I hope you handled him after that, because for Chris to call yo girl ugly, the fakest one in the house, show me your bank account, and called your girl a slut. Oh no, that would have been it. I was at a production. Turn off these cameras. You and me outside right fucking now. I would handle that shit.
Listen, right, and there's ways to handle it all. But if you're gonna sit there and allow that to happen, I mean, I understand. Try to get Millie away, and that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to take his woman out of that situation so that, you know, it didn't continue. She was going off, he was going off, shit was heated. Okay, we understand that. But at the end of the day, when shit cooled down, there's a conversation that's going to be had. Now, listen, okay, I understand she was calling you bitches and shit like that, and this, that, and the third, but wait, that other shit we're not going to do. Even talk to her, because the way that she was acting was definitely it was off-putting.
Right.
And for him, he's got to decide if that's even something he wants in a relationship.
That's
because
true.
now you're seeing a different side of her possibly that you haven't seen before.
Correct.
So now, are you going to continue on with it, or are you going to say, okay, this isn't something that I want to do?
Right. No, absolutely, without question. And so I think the thing that really got to me was Chris said, I didn't mean to say that. No, as a man thinketh, as a woman thinketh, so is he or she.
Mm-hmm.
You meant to say that shit. You don't get to hit the rewind button to save your ass. You meant to say slut. You meant to say ugly. You meant to say the fakest one in the house. You've been feeling that way for a while, Chris. Now, to show me your bank account, bruh.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, that's all the fuck that you could come with is show me your bank account. Why? Because you think money is more important than morals. That's where you're fucking up. Okay? Because it doesn't matter what the fuck your bank account looks like, because that shit can be taken off. That shit can be taken. All of that shit can be taken away. And then what the fuck do you have after that? You have nothing, because your ass is. And hold on. And when he was upstairs and made the comment, I think the reason why she's acting like that is because she thinks I'm sexy. No, sir.
Yes.
She's acting like that. Sir, she's acting like that because she can see that your ass has no interest in the woman that's right next to you. You have no respect for her. And you're steady talking to another woman, and everybody can see it. And yet you want to sit there and act like nobody can. No, she wanted to call you out. You didn't want that. So all you can do now is disrespect her in any fucking way, and then try to make it as though, oh no, she wants you. No, sir, she does not.
Correct.
No, sir. No, sir.
Because honestly,
but I'm gonna say something, and even her saying you can't handle a woman like me. I was thinking too. I was like, damn, Millie, why would you say that? Why would you? I don't understand why you would say that. Like, girl, I mean, he couldn't handle a woman like you.
No, absolutely.
He couldn't.
And not to mention too, when he said that, I'm just like, you know what? This tells me you really weren't ready for the show. Because say what you want to about everybody else. Everybody else has been there for the emotional, not for the how can I put it? Everybody was there for the emotional, not for the societal mindset. Because that was societal mindset, speaking about bank account. You can't say nothing from an emotional mindset at all, bro. At all. And so when they were upstairs with Chris, Sandia, and Aaron, and Aaron and Chris said that, I'm just like, dude, let me tell you something. if OnCon happened, right? And let's just say the Rebuilding Black Wall Street happened, and it was a panel on that, and Morris Chestnut came out to the stage, it would be a standing ovation for him. If it was a Never Ever Met panel, it would just be applause for you, just because you exist, bro. Stop. But then Aaron H., you came through with it. You said maybe she called you an itch because of that jacket. I'm like, you know what? You ain't, bro.
Listen, when I say I laughed, I laughed. I laughed hard as shit. I damn near called you, but I knew you was on live, so I didn't.
Child, listen. I would have took a moment to you. One thing to know, and two things
Right.
for sure. I always make time for my people. You can ask G.
Yeah, I know. You do. Yeah.
But child, that took me out because basically what Aaron, and I know Aaron H didn't say this out loud, but his comment neutralized it, flipped it, and reversed it, and pulled it all the way back.
It did.
Motherfucker. I'm not gonna say that you're stupid, but I'm gonna give you a comment that shows you how stupid you are. Well, I think she said. Well, I think if somebody's really going that aggressively, I think they might think because I'm handsome. No, maybe because it was the Jackie.
Right.
Which if we really want to go deeper to that, what Aaron H was really trying to say, and when I drop the link, if Aaron H is still here, he is more than welcome to come on up. Just because you put lipstick on a pig doesn't mean it's not still a pig. Just because you put nice clothing on somebody doesn't mean that they look nice.
Right. Delusional. Listen, you can definitely tell.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, baby dog.
Listen, that shit took me out. But like you said, to neutralize the situation, it was a diffuser. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was definitely perfect timing. But then, we get into the kitchen and it was Millie, Gregg, Cynthia, Shay, and Dymond in the kitchen.
Yes.
Talking about it. And Cynthia basically let her know, like, hey, I would prefer you to be respectful. And she was saying how Chris is not the type of person to disrespect women, and he's not the type to get angry. So one, I understand, like, everybody is different. Everybody's, culture is different.
Correct.
And like I said, her delivery could have been different. She didn't have to call him a bitch. There's, I can go ahead and write a book on different ways to say stuff, but it still mean the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. But Cindy is trying to stick up for her man because to her, that's her man. She don't know he's for the streets. But, Millie's sitting there trying to explain herself.
Right.
So, what do you think about that? Because that was really...
I mean, child, honestly, like, why are you defending somebody who ain't defending you? What the hell we doing here? Are you serious? Like, and not to mention too, Cynthia, no disrespect to you, beautiful, but you said that you are uncomfortable with Jody and Chris's interactions with each other. And even though Millie came late in defending you, she said what needed to be said. So why are you defending somebody who ain't coming through for you? Explain that shit to me. I just didn't get. Now listen, I understand being peace in the valley, this, that, and the third. I totally get it, right? Totally get it. Nothing wrong with it. But also too, I'm only going to defend somebody who's worthy of being defended.
Right. Right. Somebody that's going to defend me, because it seems like every time something comes up, just like she tried to tell him a problem that she had, and he told her that she was jealous and insecure and that he doesn't acknowledge her feelings. But yet he high-fiving Jody. That's his favorite person. He said that's his favorite person. Mm-hmm. You have this woman who's supposed to be your woman sitting next to you, and you're saying to a group of people that another woman that's there with another man is your favorite person.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds a bit sus, but
yeah.
Moving on.
It definitely was sus for sure. I'm trying to find this critical piece here of the... Oh, you know what? Hang on. Now, for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing, when we get to Jody and Aaron, there is a very particular part of the trailer that I want to... Hang on. The Never Ever Met trailer. TRA. Hang on. I got the trailer. And I'm going to go to that particular part of the trailer. Hang on. Okay. Now, when we get to this, once again, my media brain will be media brain. Okay, so give me love, grace, and space with that. Baby doll said, I peeped Chris wearing the jacket in the previews last week and thought, what the hell is this ish? I cannot. Child in the South, bacon is as bacon does. That bacon is community meat. Lord help me. All right, T. So with that being said, we get to Aaron J's dad.
Listen, like
Matthew.
I said, he's for the streets.
Child, indeed. And then Jody, Cam, best friend, is coming. So Jody, Jody's career is sexy but intimidating, according to Aaron J. And so Aaron J is talking to his dad Matthew, and then Cam, who is Jody's friend, comes and says to Jody, Cam comes as Jody's friend, and Jody tells Cam that she's the man eater. So for those of you who don't know what a man eater is you pretty much will have sex with that man, never see him again. Otherwise, she is a succubus. So Aaron H wants to talk to Aaron J's dad and gives his take on Aaron J and Jody. And so, Aaron, Jay felt a way about it. And, I think I think honestly, even though I can see how some people may say that Aaron H was wrong in, saying what he said, I mean, what lie did he tell though? Because guess what? The dad's just coming in for a night. He hasn't been there to see his son and Jody together. So listen, if I'm a dad, I'm going to take in all accounts and then utilize that to see what I need to see. And so basically, as they sit down, as Jody, Cam, and Matthew, Aaron J, and Matthew sit down,
Okay,
Jody
hold
says,
on 1 second. Hold on, Bray.
Okay.
Do me a favor. If we can, let's just slow down because you're going over the points that I said that I need to follow because we need to do this frame by frame. Like you kind of speeding up. I understand that's cool, but listen.
Okay.
No, we can't speed this up, honey. We gotta.
Okay.
Gotta break down. Now listen. Okay, so let's just go back to when his dad comes. Okay.
Yes.
When Aaron J's dad comes, he's definitely excited to see his dad. We see that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
and that was a beautiful moment too. That was
definitely a beautiful moment. He's talking to his father and he's telling him that she's a sexologist. Now his father asked him how does he feel about that, and he's like, that's sexy to him. But he said he also feels intimidated. And his father's surprised because evidently Aaron J is the Mac. What do you call him, Mac Man? So evidently, he knows how to swoo the peoples. We don't say the peoples because I don't think it's just one peoples. I feel like he knows how to swoo the peoples. So, okay. Anyway, so that was a great discussion. As they was talking. Now listen, here goes point 2. Now remember, point 1 was the way that Jody walks around the house and dresses when they go out, when they leave, anything, how Jody has been, okay?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. The peoples.
Yes.
So when her friend comes, do we see how she was dressed? She did her hair. Her tits were out. They were up and percolating. She had on that nice body dress with the slit showing her thighs. She had on some orthopedic sandals, which we could have did without. But she still was doing her thing.
I did without. Okay.
So point 1, she run around looking like a straggler.
Mm-hmm.
But now your friend comes and now you looking like you ready to go out and party, okay? You being sexy now.
Right.
Honestly, at this point, you and Aaron are actually looking good. Which I understand. You want to look good for your peoples. That's fine. But listen, when you look like you're ready to go out compared to Any other time? Okay, think about it. Now, let's go on and move to when. Let me see. When was it? So when she was talking to her friend, right?
Yes, go ahead.
So now we're making the point. Next point was her talking about her trauma, right? And
Correct.
and the sex and how she don't, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. And when she's uncomfortable, she can't do this. She's talking about all the can't she can't do, right? But when her friend comes, the situation is, I'm a man eater. I love to have sex. I love this and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But, she tried to switch it up and was like, oh, I just, I don't want to just, do it and leave because that's what I do, because I'm a man eater. Okay. So that means you like sex. So all of this playing like your trauma is, oh my God, I can't because this, that, and the third. You just said that you love to have sex. That's a contradiction to what you said previously to the man you're supposed to be with and love. Or not even love. I ain't going to say love, wait.
Right.
But like, and try to be in a relationship with. Okay.
And that's
two.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say and what I was doing was I was trying to go through all the points and then go there, but you are right. It's important to break this down. So I wasn't trying to speed it up, not to not have the conversation, but to set it up, but all good because the way, and this is why I appreciate Gigi. See, Gigi is media smart, but she is soulfully gifted. And the reason why I say that is because to me, when it came to the dad and son conversation, I felt like there was more chemistry with the son and dad than the relationship. Now, I know that that's supposed to be family, but there should be somewhat of a vulnerability with your potential partner. And then to find the career sexy but intimidating when you're the Mac man, sir. What? Listen, the only Mac you can take down your throat is probably a Big Mac at McDonald's. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, less cheese. Okay?
Pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun.
Come on now. I don't know if you eat the buns, Aaron. I don't know if you eat the meat. I don't know if you swallow the sauce down your throat. That's not my business. But the point of the matter is, you're the Mac man. Okay. So then when it came to Jody,
about to put you in the corner, just.
And of course, Les can get in your teeth and stuff like that. It's almost like a bush. Oh, I'm sorry, but you don't make your leg parts tingle though, so you wouldn't know what a bush or Les would be. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on. So with Jody being a man eater, Gigi is so going to give me later on. So with Jody being a man eater, I do agree that it was a contradiction because my thing is this: you can't be open and closed because at that point you're wasting the air conditioning bill. Either you're going to care about having air or you're going to burn up. Like, it's got to be one of the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to the conversation now, when we get to about Aaron H and Aaron J talking, Aaron H talking to Aaron J's dad, I felt like it was a real conversation that needed to be had because like I said, you weren't there with the son.
Father.
Absolutely.
That was a father conversation, but I feel like his dad is open minded. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, form your own opinions, this, that, and the third. But when you're trying to do what's best for your children, you will look out for them and let them know, like, hey, that's not the person that you need to be around. We all can see it. Them that's sitting there can all see it. So I feel like he was just being a father, and he was doing what a father does, which is looking out and letting him know, like, hey, this ain't for you.
It only came across as shade because it's the truth. Mm-hmm. That's what that was. Because if I was the dad, I'd be like, wait a minute. Is what he's saying ain't true? Because if it ain't true, why are you responding?
Right.
1 + 1 is equal 2 here. Okay. So then after that, Jody said, to Aaron J's dad, I'm sure you've heard the horrible thoughts about me. Child, no one said that you were horrible. We're saying that you're not being accountable, but we're not saying that you're horrible.
Hold on, and then listen, let me hold on real quick. I'm sorry, Braylon.
Sure.
So when she first started talking to her friend, right, and her friend was asking her about how things were going, did y'all hear her say anything nice about the relationship? Her face was frowned. Her face was, she just looked like she was just out of it. She just, didn't want to talking about it, just took too much energy from her. You could just see in her face that whole thing just was, anytime it comes to talking about them, she does not want to talk about it. So when his dad was sitting there talking to her and asked if she sees a connection or basically sees, growth in them. And she said, well, come on, girl. Come on.
Yeah, she said, and I quote, as long as there are no outside forces, child, you the main force inside the relationship. Making that not happen. Like, what are we doing here? And so, we talked about.
Hold on. I want to make a point, y'all. I got a point. Sure. Okay. Now we're talking about faces and emotions. Remember that. Mm-hmm. So y'all remember how her face is every time she's around Aaron J. Just being in the house, she just nothing. Mm-hmm. But did y'all see how she lit up with his father? Do you see the happiness, the joy in her face, the smile?
Yes.
And then when he salsa danced with her, her body just fell into it. She couldn't stop, pressing up against her breast because she was just happy. And the way that she, shook his hand when he left was just, like if you go back and watch, that girl was like, honestly, I feel like she was more attracted to his dad than him. She would fuck his daddy before she would fuck him.
Absolutely. And that's what I was about leading to, Gigi. That's exactly what I was about leading to. Because to me, my thing is this. Wait a minute. The fact that out of all things to do, now I think the dad brought up the salsa dancing. But was it Jody or was it Aaron J's dad that brought up the salsa dancing?
I'm sorry, it was Aaron's dad that brought it up.
Okay, so it was Aaron's dad that brought it up. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, of course you're getting to know your future in-law. But normally you don't have chemistry with an in-law you just met like that. I'm sorry.
Listen, like I said, she got more chemistry with his daddy than she does with him.
Right.
Now, she probably, and listen, baby doll, I agree with you. She probably brushed her wig and everything and got dressed just for his daddy. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Because honestly, here's the thing. Like I said before, most of communication is 8% nonverbal. Child, it wasn't just the nonverbal that was speaking. It was the mental thought bubble that you could see within this whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and honestly too, like when Cam said to, Aaron J, like, oh, she told me that you didn't do a good job. It's just like, what the hell? I mean, he tried, but it didn't work. But it's just, to me, at this point, it ain't cool. It ain't cool. And so when we get to the preview, I'm going to pull up a whole scene from the trailer that is going to put a nail in the coffin for them. For sure. Hey, Regina B, welcome in. And community said, no, that whole scene was a train wreck. Well, apparently, if Aaron J's dad wanted to wreck her train from the back, I bet you she would have been on the train track, ready to go down the.
I bet you she wouldn't be. I bet you she wouldn't be sitting in the bed talking about her trauma with his daddy. She'd be working it out. Listen. She had moving on, because you can't tell me she was not ready to get down with his daddy.
Wait, I don't think they ever said if the dad was single or not.
She'll find out.
That would be a really fucked up situation if the person that could not ever like you becomes your new stepmama that you dated. That would be a really fucked up situation. Let's roll on.
Oh, Lord.
What's what?
Mm-mm.
What did I
Oh
say wrong,
Lord.
Gigi? What did I say wrong?
But can
You
you really
said that
say
they
they
have more
dating?
chemistry.
Can you really say they dating though? Can
No,
you
they're
really
not
say that her and
dating.
Aaron J is dating?
No, they're not dating at
They're
all.
not dating. Mm-mm. So if
But
she went after his daddy, it would be okay, I guess, right? Because they ain't dating. They ain't had sex. They ain't kissed. Oh, they did that little peck shit, I guess, at the photo shoot. But come on now. No, sir. That's not where it's at.
ooh, Lord, don't have it be a ready to love announcement where a marriage is gonna be happening.
Listen, hold on. Let's go to that before we get to that. So the fellas go out to the hot tub. Chris
Yes.
and Greg and
And
Aaron H comes out.
Yep.
And they're talking. And Greg asks Aaron where he's at with his relationship with Dymond.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the part that I definitely respect and I understand what he's saying, okay?
Yep.
There's no such thing as perfect, okay? Perfect,
Correct.
honestly, doesn't exist. We know this. But there is a person that is perfect for you.
Correct.
So it doesn't matter if they're not perfect to somebody else. That's because they wasn't meant to be with them. So when he sat there and said, listen, there's no perfect, but she's perfect for me.
Correct.
There's nothing that she does that I don't like. And being in the situation that we're in, where we're here every day, sometimes you get to see how a person is and you can see if there's things you like and don't like. And he said, there's absolutely nothing I would change.
Right.
He loves that woman so much, and let it be known that he loves her so much that he can see that he doesn't want to be with anyone else. He doesn't want to be without this woman.
Absolutely.
And by the end of it, he's planning on proposing.
And I honestly believe that I honestly believe that Aaron H is gonna follow through. And then Chris's dumbass is like, I don't believe it. No, you don't believe it because you can't say nothing about your own relationship. That's what the fuck that
This is the thing. Chris doesn't know what the fuck perfect is, and he doesn't even understand what Chris was. Oh shit, Chris wasn't understanding what Aaron was saying. Aaron is trying to let you know. He was like, listen, of course there's no such thing as perfect. But this woman's perfect for me. Chris is taking that as, oh, she's perfect. She just does nothing wrong. No, that's not what he was saying. And if you really love Sandia, or if that's who you want to be with, or when you find the person that you want to be with, you'll find that person that meshes with you that you're like, you know what? I can't see myself with anyone else.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all go through ups and downs. Y'all make it. You can strive. You feel like you're upgrading. Y'all are, benefiting from each other. Then yeah, why not? Like that's perfect.
And not to
for them.
And not to mention too, right? And not to mention too, I'm not even going to rag on Greg too much because honestly, I see Greg and Millie actually working out. So I think Greg may not have understood it, but I don't think he was closed off to what Aaron was saying.
I don't know about that. I've been saying all this time that I'm really on the fence when it comes to Millie and Greg. And honestly, I don't feel like they're going to work. I really don't. Especially after, seeing how she was during that little therapy moment, which we'll get to.
Oh, yes.
No, I don't see that there was a connection there with her.
That was definitely a pivotal scene. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because in that scene, it seemed like Chris had the biggest reaction of I don't believe it, but Greg really did. He wasn't contributing to that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I'm saying that. But I also do see your point as well, that Greg and Millie, it seems like it's beginning to have some cracks in the foundation.
Absolutely, because see, the next part is where they're sitting in the living room. First, it was Millie, Greg, and Shay, but Shay and Josh was cooking today, so they went ahead and she went in the kitchen, check on the food. But Millie and Greg are talking, and once again, while they're talking, she's bringing up her trauma, which I understand. Sometimes you have to talk through it. And if you're in a relationship, a person they do need to know certain triggers you have.
Absolutely.
Because if not, then they might go into the situation not knowing something and do something you don't like. Next thing you know, you're spazzing out. They don't understand. And it's a whole problem that could have been avoided if only there was proper communication when it comes to triggers and trauma. Right. Now, I feel like with her, when she was sitting there and she's talking, I understand. When you go through trauma and certain things, you do harden yourself. You do become stronger and you have to protect yourself. And you feel like
Correct.
everyone around you is ready to attack or they're going to hurt you. So you're
Right.
afraid to let down your walls.
Come
But when
on.
you
Talk
find
about
someone who is willing to not only break down those walls, but rebuild a wall around you, including them in it, so that y'all can be safe together and so that they can protect you from the inside,
Mhm.
you have to be able and allow that person to do that for you. Because
Correct.
just like when Greg said, "Hey, I can be strong for you." And I don't need you. I don't need anything from you. Listen, pipe down.
Everybody,
Cut that shit
everybody
out.
needs something. Everybody needs
Cut
somebody.
that shit out. Like, this man is trying to love you. He's trying to open up to you. He's
Yep.
trying to show you that, listen, not all men are here to hurt you. Some are here to heal you.
That part.
But you have to be willing to let that man in. Now, listen,
Amen.
it's hard. I understand it's very hard. It is very hard to trust people, especially after trauma. Sometimes it's
Child.
hard to trust people without trauma. You don't have to go through shit, but people are just shitty and it's just hard to trust, period. Okay? Tag, tag, you're it.
Child, you ain't never lied. You ain't gotta have no trauma, but you go through some stuff where you just see the solids and stripes of who people are, and you don't want to play that pool game no more. That can be trauma by its damn self.
Mm-hmm.
Been through some of it more than enough on YouTube, but yet I still come out clean. Because
Right.
I don't switch up unless I switch up for a purpose. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And what you cannot apologize for is you cannot apologize for you making sure that your peace is together.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you something. If you have to, and I hope this blesses somebody. If you have to explain why your peace matters, cut them out.
Say that.
I'm gonna say that again.
Say that.
If you gotta explain why your peace matters, cut them out. If you gotta explain why your peace matters, cut them out. Because let me tell you one thing to know, two things for sure. I may not like you, but I can always come through when right is right, wrong is wrong. But not everybody's built that way. For example, Gigi, let me let you know how real I am. Now, you know that there's one content creator that I have not talked to in a while here for Hot Tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we were live, guess what I did? I
What?
messaged her Maurice's mugshot and also called her on Instagram to let her know she should go live.
Right.
Now, should I have done that? I had it right not to.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, I know right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
So you can have trauma, but also protect your peace. But in the same token of both sides of the coin, do not let what you've been through and how you move dictate who can come in. And that's a very, very fucking thin line. Believe you me, it ain't easy shit.
Listen, don't allow what you've been through to determine where you're going. That's the point.
Come on. Talk about it. Wake it up.
Okay?
Wake it up.
Because if you're steady letting this trauma hold you back from going further in life, then you might as well just go ahead and stay stuck in that trauma because you're allowing it to win. So you might as well just go ahead and give in, be that person. And when I say this, I don't mean this in the way of not being here, but at this point, you might as well give up if you're just going to keep allowing this to stop you.
Right.
But no, I honestly feel like that's not, I mean, I know that that's not the right way, but if this is how you're going to act every time, one, you're going to keep crying about how nobody loves you, nobody sticks around, everybody says you're this way and that way. You go from 1 to 10 real fast. Okay. Change those things if you know it.
Absolutely.
If you know that this is the type of person you are and this is the feedback that you get, change those things.
Right.
Especially if you hear it more than once. If you get the same feedback more than once,
Yep. Something's
something's
up.
got to be true. Something about it's got to be true. But for you to listen, I don't like, again, y'all don't come for me. The trauma dumping is getting a bit too much. I understand that we've been through a lot, okay? And I understand that. But listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. Millie and Gregg, y'all been talking for 3 years.
Come on.
Y'all live in the same city and state. And you're telling me in those 3 years, y'all haven't gotten close enough to talk about your traumas?
Come on.
You are not in a real relationship right now. You are in, hell, y'all might be Jada and Will or Jada and August. Is this an entanglement? But I mean, well, I'm just saying, is this what it is? Because I'm not seeing where there's a love connection and this is a relationship. And we'll talk more about it when they go to therapy, because her actions and the way that she was when he was like, listen, I understand her trauma because I've been through before, and she's rolling her eyes, putting her, doing the hand motions. Come on. You don't want this man. You don't want this man. She don't want this man, brother.
I'm not doing this with you. Anyway, not entanglement.
Listen, that's what it is.
But you know what? The truth is the truth, Gigi, and hashtag well done. Let's see here. Community said, period, humans make it hard, Lord help. Being bitter or better, that's the choice. Don D, hey Don D, welcome in, glad to have you here. Millie was not empathetic or sympathetic to Gregg's trauma. On the other hand, Gregg was very sympathetic to Millie's trauma. Who we're talking about, who's William and Gregg. So Gregg is Millie's partner in the Never Ever Met. So that's where we are right now. And like I said, too, shout out to production for allowing real reality to come through and be broadcast on national TV. Because these conversations are not easy. And the fact that they are allowing this to breathe, because it doesn't feel like it's just a storyline just to be a storyline. This feels like, wait a minute, this is really real. We ain't BSing here. Let's see here. Told y'all the poll last week, bullish. We're not rooting for them. Oh, okay then. All right.
Listen, community, listen. Community, listen. We have both been saying we do not feel like there's a connection really with Gregg and Millie. I don't see it. Something is up. There's no fucking way you're gonna tell me we're in the same city and state and we're dating online for 3 years.
That's true.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. There's no way.
And I will say this too before we move on. In the words of Bishop T.D. Jakes, holding on to your history can hold you back from your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. So we get to the men are talking: Gregg, Chris, Josh, Aaron J, and Aaron H. And so, Aaron, so this is an intervention for Aaron J. So basically, Aaron H says, everybody has their person, and, Josh and Shay are in the boom boom room, and Gregg and Millie are doing what they doing, and, me and Dymond are doing what we're doing, and, Chris and Sandia tried to do something. And if Aaron J, you said if it was a third person in the relationship or in the room where farting happened, I'm just like, wait a minute, what? Farting? And so Aaron J, I'm trying to love you, bro. But what you said,
right?
No man or woman, not even a child, ever says this. He said, "Who talked about my booty bursts?"
Yeah, poor child, poor little tank.
What?
Right, he jumped up like a kid though. Like honestly, compared to all of them, I just see Aaron as a child for some reason. I'm sorry. I do see it. Like I do see it. Like that's crazy, but I see it. And then, they're talking and Chris is like, yo, listen, there's other beds. Y'all need to do something. Like, come on, y'all the only ones. Like, whatever. And I guess they hopped to it, took his bed out of the room
And put it in
Jody's room. And they put it where it was close, and he said he moved it away from hers so that, because he knew she would get mad. So in the middle of the night, he moves the bed closer because he's like, yo, if we are together and we're supposed to be, together, we're supposed to be close. Like we're, what I'm saying? Supposed to be connecting. So he moved the bed closer and laid next to her. She did not like it.
Not at all. Because the next morning, child, was just...
Listen. Woo.
So Jody goes like, what the fuck? And, you would think maybe something that morning happened, because in the morning, not everybody's a morning person, right? So maybe you would think that, right? But it was the fact that Jody felt uncomfortable sleeping with Aaron J, and she felt that it was an invasion of privacy, and she even felt like kissing on the forehead, which forehead kisses are a huge thing, because I think right here is connected to the soul in some capacity. Forehead kisses are a very deep thing, and I love giving them. If I have a girlfriend, I usually do forehead kisses, just a little intel, but that's neither here nor there. But the point is, kissing on the forehead, Jody's not here for it. And so she talks about her, well, that's after that. Here's my thing, right? To Gigi's articulate point. You keep flip-flopping between sexual abuse, being a man-eater, and then being somebody's new stepmama.
But listen, she didn't have that trauma and that problem when she was with his daddy. She was so open. She was close. She didn't have a problem with being up on his chest, him dipping her. She had her leg and kicked her leg and stuff out. When she held his hand, it was like she felt the hand of grace. Got me over here and quiet. Lord have mercy on me.
No. I'm going to raise you one better. If I could just touch the hem of his cloak, I'll be hit.
Come on now. Come on. You
know what? I'm gonna put the nail
can't tell me that she does. You can't tell me that it's not because she don't have no sexual chemistry. She has no chemistry with this man. That's why she is acting like that. It has nothing to do with her trauma. That her trauma is a fucking crutch. It's an excuse.
Yes, it is.
And I'm gonna say it. It's an excuse. Just like when she tries to throw the shit up in the kitchen, but we ain't there yet. But anyway, the way that she acted about Aaron pushing that bed close to her, and she want to bring up her trauma. I want to call the B word, but I'm not, because listen, child, stop playing.
Yeah,
stop fucking playing. If you, Chris, you talking about that's your favorite person? She's the fakest fucking one. Are you serious? Are you serious?
No, absolutely. No, absolutely. And honestly, to tell you the truth, to me, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, I truly feel that Jody may not really get anybody after the show. Because here's the thing, reality TV, for some, it's a part of you. For others, it becomes everything of you. And I don't know how anybody want to date Jody flip-flopping between sexual abuse but being open, because because really is disrespectful to people who went through actual sexual abuse. Not saying she didn't go through any. Don't get me twisted. But to flip-flop so much, it creates an instability mentally for this experience. And not to mention too, you the one who put yourself on national TV. To me, a person you've never met, but yet something in the Kool-Aid ain't sweet. And Gigi, so I raised you one bear by touching the hem of his cloak. You ready for this one? This is the nail in the coffin.
Literally.
Jody wanted to open up Aaron J's dad's alabaster box.
I'm not.
Why not, Gigi? Why not? By the way, shout out to CeCe Wines. Great sister, great spirit, and you cannot talk about black gospel music and just black culture without CeCe Wines. Why not, Gigi? Why not? Why can't you do that? What? Oh, so
listen, let's just say that she wanted to be anointed. She needed to be touched by an angel. Okay.
So she wanted some holy water to squirt out.
Listen, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say she definitely wanted Chris's daddy. She definitely wanted Chris's daddy. She wanted him.
Ooh. Why do I feel like Jody would not only why do I feel like if Jody and Aaron J's dad ever did it, and Aaron J's dad be like, hey, listen, son, the words of Shirley Murdoch, as we slept the night away, we forgot about tomorrow and the seconds and the minutes and the hours as we laid, son. I am so sorry, but I gotta tell you, I it's gonna be your new stepmama. I'm sorry. I know that this ain't right.
Right. This ain't. I'm sorry, but when we salsa, I felt that I wanted to.
I want to eat the spice of her pepper. I don't know what you want me to do. You know what? We really should just roll on because my damn mouth. Nope. By the way, it's the mental gagging of Gigi Nam for me when I said alabaster box.
Yep, because I'm not. Hey, right, baptism in the funk.
Let's roll on to okay, let me get myself settled because this next part is a very serious part of the show. I'm just trying to hashtag alabaster boxes matter. All right, so let's roll on. So in the kitchen, it is Chris, it is Jody, it is Sandia, and I think it's Aaron J. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's who's in the kitchen, right?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. So we're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we're in the kitchen, and so Jody talks about her sexual abuse, and in her confessional, Jody says, and I quote, that she became a sexologist to overstudy sex because of what she's been through, so she could have her power back. And Chris, while I give you credit for being understanding, I'm fucking pissed off that you're being understanding. Follow with what I'm about to say, guys. And G, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I find it quite funny that you would be more understanding to somebody's sexual abuse. And I'm not saying sexual abuse is funny. Don't even fuck with me with that. What I'm saying is it's funny how Chris was so understanding to Jody, listening to her, in the words of Dr. Rami, reflecting her issues not as combative or not as a burden, but as hang on, let me go back to the last episode because I want to make sure I get this right here. Hang on, I want to make sure that I get this right. Hang on, because it was such a powerful point here. Hang on, y'all got a lot of notes, child. Hang on. Okay. Hang on, let me see. Okay, so let me see. So Dr. Rami said, and I quote, that Dr. Rami said, look at Sandia's emotions, or look at her and what she has to say, not as an attack, but discomfort. And so I find it interesting, Chris, that you would have sympathy and understanding, compassion for Jody's discomfort, but you never have any compassion for Sandia's discomfort. What did you think about that scene, Gigi?
Listen, I feel the same way about it because it's like you were sitting there. First off, here she goes again with the trauma dumping. Trying to make it, and this is only because she's told Aaron this because she doesn't really want to be around him or be with him. And because he said that he was with the guys and they kind of forced him to do it. Okay, this was her way of saying, okay, guys, don't say anything else about a relationship, or don't try to get him to sleep with me because I have trauma. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been this and well, she ain't said what her trauma is, but I mean, trauma's trauma, okay? Hell, Millie's got trauma, but she's still at least being more passionate and, trying to connect with her man.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't even doing none of that.
Right.
And you're right. For Chris to sit there and after she said it and he just, his heart melts and he just opens up and he has so much compassion for what she's been through and he's so sorry. Where is that energy for Sandia?
Absolutely.
You told her that her feelings are invalid.
Correct.
Listen, you have to be put in your place.
Yeah.
Because Deronda wouldn't have that.
No.
Excuse me? No. Her emotions are absolutely valid. Yep. Absolutely. So, yeah. That right there, I feel like it just kind of puts the nail in the coffin is when it comes to how things are with Chris and Jody. I feel like after the show, them two connected because I'm pretty sure they still had their phone numbers. They didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm and like I said, it's difficult for me to say this because, like I said, y'all know I defend all and I go after all, but also what's my rule? Right is right and wrong is wrong. To have sympathy for somebody's sexual abuse, which kudos to that, not taking anything away from that, nor would I ever. In the same token, you're not respecting your own girlfriend's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, no, you don't get to do that. So then we get to Millie and Gregg.
Yeah.
And so Millie and Gregg, Taronda Jones, and Dr. Allie are outside. And Dr. Allie is a mental health expert. And so, Taronda says that there's a mental health expert here to help you guys talk about some things because you guys have some trauma. And then this setup. So Millie has been sexually abused, and she was raped. She was raped at 22 years old when she first came out to California. Now, I know that it's been said that Millie is an actress, right? All these people have careers, y'all. Just because somebody's an actress doesn't mean that they're acting in a reality show. There is more to a person than just their career. Because truly, I don't think anybody would act out on a reality show them being sexually abused and raped, and remembering the age when they were sexually abused and raped on national TV. Just wanted to put that on the record. So then Millie said that she would act out and defend herself based on the past to protect herself. So Gigi, what did you think about that? Open exchange.
So I definitely understand. Like I said, I said it before. I understand the having to build this wall and be strong after trauma, or just basically just to protect yourself from the world. We shield ourselves, we protect ourselves, and we block ourselves from any. Our whole thing is to stay safe. We try to block ourselves from harm. We try to block ourselves from, people that are gonna, do us wrong, or people that, what I'm saying, take advantage of us. That's how a lot of us feel.
Right.
But you still have to, if you're saying you want love, there's a point where you have to, it's a give and take.
Right.
You have to give up that, that trauma. You got to give up the fact that not everyone's the same.
Correct.
You can still be strong and protect yourself, but you can also be vulnerable and be a woman and open up and be able to express yourself to your partner. Now, when you feel like you can't, especially after 3 fucking years, you're telling me none of this was talked about? I feel like there's something's just, look, the Kool-Aid ain't sweet.
That part. Or to use some lyrics from a song, something, something, something just ain't
right. Exactly. Right there. Like, no, because once again, you're trauma dumping. I understand you're talking about your feelings with the therapist. You're talking about what you've been through. You're expressing yourself, and that's great. And it's giving Greg a place to learn, because after 3 years, he doesn't know this stuff about you, but he's learning it. And he's able to understand what you're going through. So
and he's
now,
willing to do it too. That's the
he's
biggest
willing
part.
to do it. Listen, he is willing to take on this challenge of getting to your heart and building with you.
Yeah.
But when he's asked about how he feels about that, and he's expressing, listen, I never knew about that. I didn't understand. I didn't know. I have trauma myself. And she just rolled her eyes and, did the hand movements and shit like, ugh, now he's going to talk about him. Listen, everybody has trauma. If he sat there and listened to you about the trauma that you had, and he's already let you know that he is there for you and he wants to be with you, you let him know you don't need him, you don't need a man, you don't need him for shit, and he's still trying to be there.
Right.
What more do you want from this man? What do you want out of this? Because he's trying, he's doing, and you're steady. It seems like some way you're fighting.
Absolutely. And I will say this, right? When I first saw it, right, I at first, Gigi, I'm gonna be very vulnerable with you, as I often am. But when I first saw it, I kind of saw what Millie felt, right? Because this is her first time going in detail of what has happened to her. So I understood what she meant by, can there be a little bit bigger response? But then after I had that moment, I recognized that sometimes when you don't know how to respond, you will be still. It's just like when there is conversation, when there's dead air, to use media terminology, or silence. Sometimes we think silence is being disrespectful, when silence really means we're just taking it in. So that's how I came to that conclusion of Greg was actually trying, even though it might seem dismissive. No, dismissive would be being Chris. I don't want to do it, but if you want to do it, we'll do it. That's being dismissive.
That right there just shows just how much he really did not want to be there. So it's like, if you don't want to be there, okay, I'm not going to force you. But, what else is there? Like, what do you? I still just can't get past that they've been there 3 years, never met.
Right.
Come on, y'all ain't talked about this. No. Absolutely. And then when he brings up his trauma, you dismiss it.
Right.
And just like the therapist said, y'all have a trauma bond. But The thing is she feels, listen, I feel like sometimes people having trauma, it makes them feel entitled. And what I mean by that is because she has trauma, because she's been through something, her trauma is more important than his. So him talking about his trauma takes away from her.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see where you're going with that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like almost he's still in the spotlight from her because she right now she can't use the fact that she's had trauma and to be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't use that as an excuse right now because wait a minute, he's got trauma too. And oh my God, the therapist wants to know about his trauma. It's like, wait a minute, the spotlight's not on her no more.
You know what? I'm gonna relate that real quick. For those of you who remember Braxton Family Values, when Trina got engaged during Tamar's birthday weekend, Tamar had the biggest tantrum because the spotlight wasn't on her. That's the only thing I can think to relate it to this is not that the spotlight's being taken away from you. It is actually complimenting your spotlight to make sure that you're being seen. And like you said, Dr. Allie, the mental health expert, she said, and by the way, can we just give it up for the fact that there is minorities and blacks in mental health being seen on national TV? Can we give it up for that?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I feel like that needs to be applauded for sure. Dr. Allie said, what I'm seeing here is two people can't support each other's trauma to be there for each other because they need to support their own trauma. That was a very astute point. Now, she didn't say that they can't be there for each other. Never. But she's saying right now, both of you have a load that's too heavy for each of y'all to carry. I thought that was a very astute point.
I think so too. I really like how she let it be known. One, I like how she called out Millie when she seen her start to, roll her eyes and hold up her hands. She's
right. And toss her hair and to have to know that those are signs, and even brought Greg in to say, pay attention to her when she touches her hair.
But see, what I'm saying is those are two different things though. See, her touching her hair, that's her trauma. That's a way to let you know she might be ready to go to 10 because now she's uncomfortable. When she gets uncomfortable, she touches her hair. But what I'm talking about is the attitude. And because the spotlight wasn't on her, she was triggered. And the trigger showed in the way that she rolled her eyes, neck, and was doing the hand movements reaching for the sky. And the doctor said, wait a second. I noticed that you're doing all these hand movements when he's talking about his trauma.
It's giving Sienna energy.
Listen, that's why I said I respect the fact that she called it out, because that right there is like, why? What was the point of it?
Right.
This man is steady sitting there trying to love on you, trying to make sure that, everything is good.
Yeah.
Right? He's trying to build with you. But yet, you're steady trying to fight it, it seems. You're finding excuses. Even though y'all have been connecting, now you're finding excuses. No, you're finding excuses, and maybe it's because it's not really what you wanted. That's fine. But don't sit there and waste this man's time if that's the case. Don't. Listen, this shit's just crazy to me, and I just feel like at this point, I think Millie and Gregg need to definitely do more than just the therapy. They really need to figure out, okay, is this what we want? Are we really wanting to be together? Is this for us? I really think they need to figure that out. But yeah, this is definitely
hang on, y'all.
Something.
Keep going, Gigi.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. I like the fact that they are definitely showing more of us. And Oprah's always been about the Black experience, but some of her shit just gets a little a little muddy. But yeah, the fact that there was, trauma and they can't bond over it. Yeah, they can't bond over what they're going through because she feels like that's taking the spotlight from her. So I think that's something they're going to have to work on. But like I said, something about them, just something ain't sweet. I don't feel like they're really, a couple like that.
No, absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Just making sure a family member got some intel, as we often do over here.
Right.
So, but no, I totally agree with you. I think that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, truly to me, it is quite frankly classless, tattered behavior, and also a disarray mindset not to recognize other people's pain. If you guys remember, there was a pivotal reunion with Nene Leakes when Gregg was going through cancer, and that she had a breakdown at her apartment or at her place when the girls went into the closet, and Nene, I think she gave somebody some physical injuries. And so, Cynthia was trying to say you internalize things and you don't say nothing. And so, Nene said, I don't want to talk to anybody that's not authentic. And Cynthia said, we can move on. And then Portia said, you know what? I'm going to just be real. I can't sit here and fake all this shit. Me and my fiance and my mother and all of us prayed for you. And I'm sorry, I can't sit up here without saying that in so many words. I'm paraphrasing. But Portia was like, you know what? You can say what you want to. But for all the experiences that we have had, for us to not be friends, that hurt my feelings. And then Andy Cohen said, what's your response? And Nene said, no response. And he was like, no response. And Eva said, I could have told you that. And Nene said, well, am I supposed, what you want me to say? And then to Andy Cohen's credit, he said, if somebody vented their heart out to me, I think I would have a response. Call me crazy. So it goes to show that trauma is not only in the eye of the beholder, but it's as powerful as the receiver wants to receive it. So I know that was a lot. But hopefully what I said makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Queen, so much as always. So we get to the preview of Jody and Aaron J going to a photo shoot. Then Gregg is in the doghouse, but we don't know for what. And then Shay and Josh have their first argument in this whole series because allegedly Josh upped someone else allegedly. Child, I don't know what's
it's a lot.
I don't know what's to come, but child, we are almost at the end of this. And oh Lord, what did you think of the of that preview?
Listen, I'm shocked that Aaron J. Listen, cute photo shoot, cute. Actually, I mean, I really don't get it, but because that photo shoot looked a little weird. But
and then after that, what did you think about Gregg being in the doghouse? Now we don't know for what.
Yeah, I wonder what it is. Honestly, I feel like ever since if she finds out his trauma, or like I said, he stole her thunder type thing, so she's mad. She's going to be mad and upset for a while because her thunder's gone.
Right.
And
then apparently Josh might have somebody else allegedly. Now we don't know. Now we don't know what the situation. Now we don't know what the situation is. Now this could have been a whole nother situation outside of the house,
right?
For the
this
show
could have been way outside.
And that's the only logic I'm going to give this, because Josh and Shay have been very strong, and I don't think Josh would screw someone else in the house. I'm sorry. I I could call me crazy. I could be wrong. I could be off my rocker. But yeah. Child. Gigi, are you good before I play this trailer? Because there is.
Lord, I'm on mute. I'm over here talking, thinking that I was.
No, you're good. Go right.
I said with that. No, I feel like, I mean, I don't feel like it was somebody in the house. I feel like it was probably like social media or some shit that happened before he came there that she found out about. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, for that to be their first fight, it's like, oh shit.
Child, if y'all don't believe that this show don't have more heat than Love and Marriage Huntsville, something's wrong with your vision, and you need to get checked. I'm sorry, because So remember the photo shoot, right? I'm gonna play this clip from the trailer, and I'm gonna just let it explain for itself. Here we go.
Our relationship online, but real chemistry is in the air when you're around someone.
We kissed and I felt nothing.
I'm gonna play that 2 more times.
Play that one more. Yeah, let's see that again.
I'm gonna go back just a little bit.
Like our relationship online, but real chemistry is in the air when you're around someone.
We kissed and I felt nothing.
One more time, everybody.
Just one more time for the one time.
Relationship online, but real chemistry is in our relationship online, but real chemistry is in the air when you're around someone.
We kissed and I felt nothing.
Now, Jody and Aaron J, get y'all fucking asses out this damn house.
Right. Just go at this point. Just go.
Like, just child, go. Really?
Just go. Yep, just go.
And y'all, let me tell y'all something. I did not spoil a thing. This was from the official trailer. I did not spoil not one thing of the show. Not one damn thing. Okay. I just want that to be on the record that this scene right here, I'm gonna play it one more time for y'all, just in case somebody wants to be petty and say Braylon's spoiling the show. No, I am not. What I end up doing is utilizing factual information. And you're big mad because I can connect the dots and you can't. One more time.
Right.
Our relationship online, but real chemistry is in the air when you're around someone.
We kissed and I felt nothing.
So there you go. There you have it.
So
go ahead and let's just get them out of here. Look, it's that time. It's time to go.
It's time.
All right, time for the weekly poll.
Yes, the weekly poll. Will Aaron follow through and propose to Dymond? I will say yes.
I say yes.
Same. Okay. Now, like I said, I don't see these polls before the show, so this is live. Here we go. Of course, we gotta have idiots to be a part of the conversation. 14.9% said no, it's all talk, but 85.1% said yes for sure.
Yeah, I believe he will.
Yeah, I believe he will as well. So, with that being said, who had the best connection of this week? Now, realize that we can't choose multiple couples. We can only choose one. So, we have Chris and Sandia, Greg and Millie, Aaron J and Joanna, or Jody, Aaron H and Dymond, and Josh and Shay.
Josh and Shay, because, I mean, they've had the best connection, I feel like, this week. Ain't been no drama with them. But what do you think?
You know, I feel like this, right? I agree with you, but I feel like that conversation that Aaron H and Dymond had was also really strong, and it was really a strong strength.
You're right.
A powerful moment of showcasing the strength in their connection. That's what I was trying to say. So it could be between one.
We could do Dymond and Aaron, because I believe that. I'm with you on that.
I mean, are you? And I'm not now, y'all. I'm not second guessing Gigi. See, what I do on my channel is I respect my.
Listen, how about this? Put a poll in the chat.
Okay.
1 for Josh and Shay, 2 for Aaron and Dymond, 3 for Aaron and Jody, 4 for Greg and Millie, 5 for Chris and Sandia.
Okay, so this is what I'll do. I will do that. YouTube only gives me 4 options, unfortunately. So
we're gonna just do the top 4, because I mean, Or no, just two. Who has a better connection?
Better connection. So we got Aaron H&Dymond, and then Josh and Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Hawa, hey Hawa Karma, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. Yep, run. I agree. So here we go here. So while we have our own poll here, which are we deciding for our own? Because we can only choose one. I mean, it's back and forth. And like I said, this is not decided by me. This is decided by y'all. Because we want to be reflective of being in real time. So wherever y'all choose, I'll click on.
Community says Josh and Shay.
Okay. You know what? We can go with Josh and Shay. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel like these two are going to be in the top two, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, either if we choose them or them, these are going to be in the top two.
Yeah.
Chris and Sandia and Aaron, Joanna, they're going to be dead last. And then Millie and Gregg are going to be in the top three. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron and Dymond. Okay.
So listen, Aaron, J, and Joanna at 2%. Josh and Shay are at 5.1%. Gregg and Millie are at 7.1%. And Aaron and Dymond are at 85.9%. Okay.
So wait a second. That means that no one thought that Chris and Sandia.
Damn, you're right. They're not even on here this week. Oh my God.
People said no. Fuck them. They said Chris and Jody and Aaron have more connection. Damn.
Oh my.
That's crazy.
Jesus. We're going to drop the link. I don't know if Aaron H is here, but Aaron H, if you want to come up, feel free. Or if any one of y'all want to come up, you know, I think that this poll was reflective of what my prediction was. That, you know, Aaron and Dymond were going to be in the top three. Josh and Shay, I feel like deserve to be in second place. Gregg and Millie deserve to be, you know, where Josh and Shay are. And then Aaron J and Joanna and Chris and Sandia, they're at the bottom. So just flip Josh and Shay up top and Gregg and Millie to where they are. And that's the top three.
Look, they need to take Aaron J and Jody off. Go ahead and add Chris where Aaron and Jody are. Then pick Gregg and Millie right there where Josh and Shay is. And then Josh and Shay where Millie is. And Aaron and Dymond where they are.
Yeah. So right now we got one vote for Aaron H and Dymond right now. So the voting did just get started. You know, I gotta say this episode, I think I give it about an 8. Like, it was a good episode. Like, actually, really tell you the truth, for OWN, this has probably been one of the strongest series that they have ever come out with. Like, every episode has had some type of tension where it has carried the show. Like, this show is carrying it by itself. It doesn't need anything extra.
Yeah. That is so true. So true. But we have covered this week's episode of The Never Ever Met. Woo! Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to our channel. Make sure that y'all join us every time that we go live.
Yes.
Make sure that, you know, y'all are here with us because we love the communication. We love being able to, you know, talk to y'all and.
No, absolutely. Let me give y'all a sneak peek of next week's episode, if you don't mind. Let me get my contact up here. All right, so the newly met Game premieres Friday, May 31st at 7 Central, only here, hashtag only keeping it real. A session with Dr. Ali brings Gregg and Millie closer, but a newlywed game hosted by Taronda shows that they're not always on the same page. Shay explodes when she hears a rumor about Josh from one of the girls. Jody and Aaron kiss to mixed reviews. Ciao. That's your preview for next week, ladies and gentlemen. Ciao. I can't.
Listen, we gonna see what happens. But look, I love everybody, but I gotta get this script down and turned in, so I gotta get off here.
Love you, love you, love you. Great job today, as always, my friend. Love you. We'll talk soon.
As always, much love to everybody. I will see y'all next time. Matter of fact, make sure you join me tomorrow, because tomorrow me and Ucha will be doing the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Good. I will be over there to support, because it's been a while since Dr. Ucha was gracing these streets. So I'm definitely gonna be over there. Celebration for sure. Because one thing to know, two things for sure. She is definitely a legend in these streets.
Right, absolutely. So it'll be what I think 4 your time, because it'll be 1 my time.
Yeah, it'll be 4 my time, and then I gotta figure out if we're going to do tea with the 3 on Sunday, because it's Sassy is in Atlanta doing big things at the Alive conference. So we may or may not do tea with the 3, but y'all stay tuned, because y'all know I keep y'all updated on regular basis. But yes, it should be a good time.
Yep, definitely. But I love y'all, and I will see y'all next time.
All right. Love you.
Yep. Much love. Later.
All right, y'all. That is the show. D, thank you so much. Community Unity, thank you so much. Howard Karma, thank you so much for being here. Baby Doll, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Don D, thank you so much for being here as well. Making sure I thank everybody here before we head on out. Bajan Girl, thank you. Lisi, thank you as well. Aaron Howard, thank you so much, brother, for coming through. Justine Bow, thank you. Lynette Stiller, thank you so much for coming through as well. I think that's everybody. Let me do the daily motivator, and then we'll head on out of here. This was a good one. Yes, indeed. Greatday.com. Man is born to live, not prepared to live. Boris Patrick. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Saturday, May 25th, 2024. Grand opportunity. Real magic is not to be found in a quick and easy solution. The magic unfolds in the living of your life. Joy comes from some particular momentary pleasure or acquisition. It is in the authentic living of each moment that joy infuses your experience. Skill, wisdom, and confidence can't be successfully hacked by some clever system or trick. They accumulate as you live through the days, the months, and years, and the triumphs and disappointments, and the pain and the love. The value of life is not in any single possession or experience or feeling. The value of life is in the living. You'll gain nothing by attempting to second guess life. Every genuine goodness you experience comes from living each moment with all the love, energy, gratitude, and awareness you can muster. This is a day for living your life. Embrace the grand opportunity. Ralph Morrison. Oh, what a word, Ralph Morrison. What a word, as you often do, good sir. The grand opportunity is not grand from the opportunity, but it's grand in your life. The value of life is not in any single possession, experience, or feeling. Like I have often said about Life Jennings, when the rim stops spinning and all the gold digging women disappear, she'll still be here. What is going to matter to you at the end of life? If it is not mattering to you now, why are you carrying it? That's the second thing I'll say to you. And finally, embrace fully the grand opportunity. Grand, the only way for something to be grand is for it to be full. The only way something can be grand if it's full. The only way for something to be grand is it's full. So, or to fully embrace something grand, you have to have a full heart to embrace something grand. So those are your 3 points there. And with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. This was a good show. By the way, we did not do Check It With the King because Diego was hanging out with some people. It is all good. We will do that series when we can, because at the end of the day, I genuinely did that because I want Snatcher by Diego to win. And when you come from a good place, you receive good. Amen. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born blessed. And trust you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen. Be wise one to call yourself. It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we're also to be great together. Always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just showcasing that just because you never ever met somebody doesn't mean you're not responsible for how they feel. Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. I'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody. Almost forgot. Receive love, you gotta give him. Receive love, you gotta give him. Receive love, you gotta give him. Wherever obstacles you overcome, wherever success you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, validate people's feelings. It's important to validate people's feelings, but also, too, in the same token that you are validating their feelings, make sure that you care about your mental. That being said, commercial break coming up and fireworks. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings are on the way for you, me, and all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. Good night, everybody.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder.
For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal.
Did you miss us?
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day. If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Welcome to
and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you have found. I come from nothing. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with shame.
Hey, grab me one too.
What is this feeling that everyone's feeling?
Ding, ding, ding.
With such feeling.
Ding, ding, ding.
This winning feeling.
Ding, ding, ding.
This tingle of success. This sensation of triumph.
Ding, ding, ding.
This.
Oh, I can feel it! This season, everyone gets the winning feeling. Win guaranteed prizes like $250 grand and more. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Welcome to the Paris Olympics. Look at my hot girl.
Bonjour.
And that is the Olympics hot girl style.
So it's a winged, fire-breathing, talking horse.
No.
Okay.
That is the Olympics.
Olympics?
Olympics.
What are they not getting about this?
Right?
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun, we've missed the excitement, we've missed the entertainment, we've missed the nightlife, but most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back. Things have been a little quiet.
For years, people have been singing all about my chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Nobody has a love affair with chicken like you do with my slow marinated, hand-breaded Popeyes bona fide chicken. And right now, it's Love That Chicken Month at Popeyes with 2 big pieces and a biscuit for just $2.99. So what are you waiting for? Come get some of my world-famous chicken and raise your mighty voices.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
For
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.